navigate. Where you try to you're like, oh, after this game, I'm definitely going to change this card in my deck, and then you don't for like 4 more games. You just keep hitting the fire match. Okay, so
let's take a look at Zap. It's that first card there.
Yeah, Zap is 0 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, overload 1. Oh, this is like, it's kind of like the Shaman version of Backstab.
Yeah, Backstab is pretty good.
Wow,
this doesn't require you to hit a undamaged minion. You can hit any minion. It's got overload.
Troll ten Heal, no.
Yeah, and I mean, I can imagine that this is a really nice...
Dam sobie lewą rękę uciąć dwie nogi, że to podstawiona gra. Myślę, że straciłbyś rękę i dwie nogi.
But this feels like a really nice way to just
secure
your board.
Yeah, and it's pretty good with actually that classic card that's 3 mana, 2/4, gets +1/+1 with every overload card.
Oh, Unbound Elemental.
Unbound, thank you. Wow, you're good at the card names.
Pretty sick. Name's Day9. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm curious about this. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a minion from your deck. I mean, it looks like there's just a couple of really high-value minions
in this deck. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good way to get Shutterwalk if you're trying to build this combo deck.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
dobra, już widzieliśmy, pokażcie następny.
Down here, a lot of them just build upon large creatures, like, or just large plays. Like the Ghostlight Angler obviously has a really nice synergy with Hagatha. You can draw the Shutterwalk. Twilight Drakes, because, I mean, we wind up with a lot of cards in hand, sort of drawn outside of deck.
Yeah, and that gives your Shutterwalks plus a health as well. Let's take a look at Blazing Invocation again. That was a new card we revealed here. And
Blazing Invocation, how much mana is that? One cost. Ah, yeah.
So this also helps you get some crazy battle cries to go off with the Shutterwalk.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Fire Elemental. Well, I guess Jade's rotating out, but when it's not, in Wild,
no nieźle, powiem wam. No nieźle.
Yep.
And oh yeah, and I guess this would also let you get more Jade Spirits and Eye of Black
Cause. Or even
Cause.
Shutterwalk. You can discover Shutterwalk this way too.
Wow.
All right, should we jump into another deck here?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, we should.
Challenge that.
Well, is it possible to take a look at the Paladin?
Oh,
deck?
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that too.
Yeah, because I'm really curious about this deck construction.
Hidden Wisdom was that new secret we saw.
All golden cards.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, running a 1-of, it seems a little bit hard to proc and trigger too consistently. And then, of course, here's the Obnoxious Repentance. But this card's really
to jest Swamp Dragon Egg?
Because I know that True Silver Champion has long been like a real staple weapon. Rallying Blades showing up a lot more often, but this seems like super strong, especially with how good Vine Cleaver has also been.
Nie, ta broń wydaje się dobra.
Transform all 1-cost cards into legendary minions. That's how we got Emperor.
No to jest wiadomo do specyficznego deku, ale też jest okej.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, this feels like a really interesting card to have in a tempo deck, because a lot of really aggressive Paladin decks, especially with secrets, they just run out of steam.
Yeah, and this lets you build an aggressive early game deck that lets you transition into a late game powerhouse.
Yeah, yeah. And there's the Bellringer Sentry, Battlecry and Death Route. Put a secret from your deck onto the battlefield. Oh yeah, like just trying to thin it out. Just like the mini.
Hey, right click on the card. Let's look at his flavor text.
That's such a knowing laugh.
Who are you? None of my business.
Who are you? And none of my business. Oh, there it is. So if I also look, this Rebuke is really sick. That's like the new Paladin Lothab style finisher spell, and it's way cheap.
Yeah, let's look at Swamp Dragon Egg. I don't think we revealed that card in the game.
Oh, Swamp Dragon Egg, Death Rattle. Add a random dragon to your hand. Oh, interesting. I know that there's been some interesting egg-based decks. You know, like Jackie Chan has built some of those. The player Jackie Chan, not the martial artist. And, you know, just like the 0/2 draw a card Death Rattle or the...
Yeah, Runic Egg, yeah. This has got more health. This is a pretty good buff target, actually, right? It's like a...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and this seems to really sort of like to just deal with some of the problems of having a buff-based decks, which is like you run out of targets. No one's going to want to willingly attack this, so it winds up staying alive more easily.
I saw Vicious Scalehide.
Where's Vicious Scalehide? How much money is that? 2 cost. Vicious Scalehide. Oh, yeah, this was...
Ghostly Charger. Yeah, some rush minions to get back in the game, and, you know, in this case, heal your hero up.
So there's a lot of the Paladin cards that have been, like, buffing things in your hand. A lot of those are rotating out, or some of those are rotating out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, won't quite get the benefit from that, but Paladin already has a ton of extra buffs.
All right,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's fight.
Okay, so we're gonna get the right. We're gonna choose the right deck this time. Oh no, don't go there.
Don't go there. All right. Look, okay.
We're just gonna I don't want to queue against the random player with our Witchwood.
Oh my gosh, Reels fight against me. Okay, thank goodness. That's why we have 2 of us here. Oh my god.
Okay, all right. So you can choose the
Ale te dzwonki były spoko.
Hunter deck.
Yeah. So
not the mage deck.
Yeah, no, not the mage deck.
Making eye contact with Christina. No,
Yeah.
it's the wrong. It's the wrong one. We're gonna do the hunter deck.
Okay. So I didn't talk about this. There's that borrow decks button on the bottom there. So if you're challenging another player and they have some decks, like maybe you're newer to the game, you don't have a lot of decks, you just want to help somebody play test the game or something, you can hit borrow decks and they get a little dialogue box. And they can say, yeah, they can use my decks in this challenge. So just for that 1v1 friendly play experience, now you can use each
that's
other's
fantastic.
Decks. You can swap decks and play each other's decks against each other.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a ton of sense, even for just like trying to practice or work on a deck. Like, hey, dude, can you just borrow my deck? I want to try to see if you can figure out how to solve this matchup.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
If you have a friend who doesn't have the cards that you have and you want them to get the experience of playing with some cool decks, then you can do that too.
Right.
dobrze słyszałem?
Carrion Drake.
Carrion Drake's cool.
If a minion died this turn, gain poisonous.
It's like MKRR'a-esque. And it's a dragon.
MKRR'a.
Właśnie to słyszałem o tym, że nie można pożyczać deki. Trochę jestem w szoku.
So I like card. So it's MKRR'a-esque, yeah.
Yeah, and then the ESQUE for the cultural styling.
Thank you for making sure everybody understood that. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Next. It's just like, they think Ben had a
Ciekawa opcja.
All right, so I'm just going to hit confirm. So Vicious Scalehide is a nice wandering monster, very nice early game card. This is, I feel like, been a real all-star card for Hunter.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, and so actually Vicious Scalehide is a beast here. And we're playing. He's playing Odd Mage.
That's incredible.
So he's got Fire Blast Break too there.
All right, so we have a very obvious turn one play with the Jeweled Macaw.
And he doesn't. He's. Oh yeah, there we go.
This is fantastic. Well, so if he is an
Niby fajne, ale po co? Nie wiem.
from this,
Yeah.
Ale fajne.
You know he doesn't have some things, right? You know he doesn't have Frostbolt. You know he doesn't have Fireball. He doesn't have Cone of Cold or Blizzard.
or Sorcerer's Apprentice, other
Yeah,
sorts
right.
of things.
So there's a ton of cards. Now you have some interesting knowledge about his deck that you did not have before.
Now, I think I maybe don't want to run out the Vicious Scalebanes right away.
Sure.
I think Wandering Monster is
love it.
a really nice card. Because,
Really nice.
Because since he only has odd cards,
He's not going to follow this up with a spell. He could follow it with a 1-cost spell.
we'll probably expect him to Fire Blast this and not have a turn 2 play and then donk us in the face.
Yeah, let's hope for the donkage.
Yes, every day I wake up.
Today,
Dear RN Jesus,
let there be
wherever you are.
donkage.
A ja sorry. Już biorę.
Oh, he's not going to fall for this.
No, he's probably stream sniping us, is my guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, I guess
right?
we are one of those popular Hearthstone streams right now.
Okay, so Black Cat there. The coin helped him get
Yeah,
that.
this card is just already nice in terms of its value.
Yeah.
I think the Chittering Tunneler is a nice
not
play.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's just pretty straightforward. These Scale Hides we can't really get a lot of value out of. Hey, do we have creatures?
No,
okay.
Don't do it.
I think we multi-shot. I think it's a pretty.
Czy mamy kreatury? Ma tylko 3 na ręce, więc to faktycznie dobre wydanie.
Yeah, I think I'll choose the multi-shot
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And now let's look at this 5-cost card. Oh, okay. So this is like Hunter removal.
Yeah, you could use it like Assassinate in some ways, right?
Yeah.
Assuming they don't have like a taunt minion, but it's like a 5-mana removal card. Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
But also, if you could set up a scenario where you're attacking into a minion that has 2 or less attack, you can get multiple triggers here. That's pretty good. That worked out well for us.
I'm so good at Hearthstone. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I mean, this is the guy who just had his hand stolen last time and had infinite. What's that card called?
Shudderwalk. Yeah.
Scutterwalk.
Shudderwalk.
Shudderwalk.
You got there.
Skitterdock. Okay, so I'm gonna bonk in here. I think I want to do some sort of trade to be able to set up a multi-shot.
I guess either way, you want to bonk one of those guys first.
I definitely just want one of them to die, and I'm gonna go right there for the purposes of symmetry, and then slice them and dice them. And Wormguard. If you're holding a dragon, getting +1 attack.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool dragons in the set. Also, I mentioned earlier, if you could Emrys that guy and double his attack and health, it's a.
Jest kilka spoko smoków w tym zestawie.
Which is,
Chyba jeszcze nie odkrytych.
It's awfully good.
The Nightmare Amalgam.
Oh my God, this is a popular meme card. It's really interesting to be playing against it looks to be more of a control-y hunter, because I think the biggest downside of hunter is that they don't have good card draw. So I have to be very thoughtful and efficient on each turn. And I think a Wing Blast, even though I'm not going to get the 1 mana value out of it, it just seems like a completely clear play.
Yeah, I think so. Look, you're playing a late game deck. You got dragons and huge taunt minions going on here, so staying alive until that point is pretty good.
Starting to get slightly concerned about my scale hides because. All right, so we now know why he played the Nightmare Amalgam to be able to trigger the Bonfire Elemental.
Yeah, because it is an elemental.
So I think that this is a nice combo. The Hunter's Hide scale, or excuse me, the Scale Hide and the Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you can also Vilebrood Skitterer.
I think, because right now we don't really have a big powerful follow-up play.
Yeah, so I mean, either one. Look, you've got a lot of removal in your hand here, so you can bust one of them here and Hero Power, or you can just go Vilebrood Skitterer. The Vilebrood Skitterer is more useful if they do have guys with less than 5 attack that you want to use that, or 3 attack that you want to use that removal on.
I figure I may as well just do this to be able to spend a little mana and pop them in the face because I have an exact clone play there.
Yep.
But I'm a little concerned because, I mean, being able to deal 2 damage every turn is really good.
It's really good.
That's really good.
I mean, he had to make some sacrifices to do that, right? He's not playing some really good cards.
Yeah, I love so much that starts the game off because I mean, I want to play Warrior right now.
it is super fun. I think we actually are going to play Warrior a little later. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, powerful play.
Next.
Yay! Please draw a dragon. That's kind of the opposite of a dragon. So right now, I feel like I don't necessarily want to run out.
Wormguard nie najgorszy. No nie jest najgorszy, tylko że on jest do smoków, nie? A smoków tak trochę nie widać.
Yeah.
So I think I'll absolutely run this out. We have a number of removal options that we can follow up with, and. I'm so good at Hearthstone.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh.
It's so weird because
that is so perfect.
There was a moment where I was like, Ben, something's wrong. A card has turned yellow, and then I was like, very well, let's go ahead and gobble them up.
Gosh, that's
and
so good.
Incredible. Yeah, I wonder if he's just cursing over at his cubicle. And do I want to clear this? I don't think I do.
No niezłe. Może jednak ustawione.
Little spell damage bonus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not I feel like I am in. This Hungry Crab is an acceptable way to trade with this. I can be more careful with my removal spells.
Uh-oh. Ooh. That's pretty good with that rank 2 hero power there.
Okay. Okay, it's fine. Oh no. So, I want to draw a dragon.
I think he's still running there with that and bop the 4/4.
Yeah,
I mean, leave that 4 damage hero power going.
That's so much damage.
No muszę przyznać, że ten Hunter to wydaje mi się tier 1 deckiem. Widzę tutaj bardzo dużo dobrych kart.
And I mean, the value that it gives is almost always going to be 4 damage in this mage.
To wcale nie ustawiane. Nie chce mi się gadać na ten temat. Jak myślicie, że ustawiane, to sobie iście, no przecież. Co mi po tym.
Additionally, you could have Valen, Malagos, and that nerd in there. What?
Blackwall Pixie lets you do it again.
Wow! Now, Blackwall Pixie is amazing just in terms of stats. It's a 3/4 for 3. That is an extraordinary. Your other minions have Rush.
Oh, that's not bad. I guess right now your minions already have Rush.
Yeah.
So not super good, but
doesn't feel the best. I mean, if I run out
it's got some reasonable stats. It's kind of got a water elementals.
Czy ty widzisz te kombosy 1-3 raz plus Hunter Mark? No właśnie widzę i jestem w szoku, że aż mnie stopa zabolała.
Because at this point, I'm all in on the Wormguard. I think I'm just going to have to play the Vilebrood Skitterer and pop the 3/4.
The 3/4, yeah. And follow it up with the Hellmaster. He's not good.
Yeah, it's just so hard
to blow everything to kill the Hellmaster, and that's good for you.
And I realize my brain is sort of pre-programmed with the if you have no duplicates in your deck. Like, he can have additional copies of the Blackwall Pixie. He can have additional copies of the 4/4 that doubles the hero power. Very well.
And he probably does.
He could have 2 Breath of Syndragosis.
Honestly, that spell power is eating you up, man. The spell damage guy.
I mean, I know. I'm trying not to get killed.
You had a chance. Okay. You had a chance to kill that guy.
I'm trying my hardest. This cat.
I know. If he had 1 less health, it'd be significantly. Hey, that's actually really good with the Scale Hide. Really good.
Oh my gosh, that is.
Yes, combo.
So
I don't necessarily
buffs and +3/+3, and then shuffles copies. And those copies have +3/+3. So now when you draw those Scale Hides.
Yes, combo.
It's a real pleasure to be playing a hunter that has control capabilities. That is a really nice effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yep, shuffle 3 copies into your deck with +3/+3 and the...
Normalnie można umrzeć ze śmiechu.
What is it? Two mana, 4 6s with Rush and Lifesteal in your deck. Those will really help you. Oh, here's a new card.
Cinderstorm. Deal 5 damage randomly split among all enemies.
Oh, we got lucky. I guess we didn't get that lucky.
We got rivered.
Zatrzymany 5 damage'u.
So here we have...
Dragon.
Dragon. You know, I feel real pathetic playing a candle shot on turn 10. Which one? Pick. You know what? I'm gonna hit this one.
Yeah, really good play. Really good play.
Well,
Już zagraliby tego Vanguarda bez tej umiejki, no bez przesady.
That's exciting. You could have just played the Wormguard. You could. It's not like it gets way better here.
Well, I feel like I've just emotionally committed to it being a 4/11 with
Here's
taunt.
the thing. When you draw that dragon, you're gonna
To
be
jednak
like,
straciłem nogę. No widzisz, mówiłem.
Thank the stars. All right, we're going to use our super candle immunity to take out that one. We're going to zap him in the face. We're going to take this out. And you know, like
I think at some point you should give up and play Wormguard.
You know, we're going to have to, but we're going to the bitter end, keep him in the hand.
This is good.
W sumie może nie ma smoków w deku. Jest to też możliwe.
Strong.
You know, I remember when Hearthstone was like being released. A lot of people were talking about how strong.
Hey, you got the removal there. Hunter's Mark plus candle shot's not bad.
Okay. You know, I'm so used to hearing like legendary animation and sound effect and being like, oh my gosh, it's gonna destroy everything. I don't want to unleash the hounds. Now, is it time?
I feel like it is. That's nothing to laugh at, right? Having a 3/11.
Well, you say it's nothing to laugh at, but I do draw a card at the start of next turn, and I think that the chances that it's a dragon is 100%.
It's very high. Now that you've committed to playing the Wormguard.
There's some engineer watching this playtest.
+1 attack. No.
No, could have been spoiler. No. Burst into tears on the stream.
Here's the voodoo doll. He's gonna pop it himself.
Oh gosh, this is so good.
Yeah.
He could have died as a 4/11. Okay. He just has
missiles.
He played Arcanest missiles and then the Arcane missiles.
He's gonna go all over the wrong place here. Oh no.
Well, you know what? I have a bow and arrow. Hiya. Yeah, remember when Hearthstone first came out, there was a lot of discussion that this hero power is so good because you basically have a way to beat your opponent. You have a finisher as the hero power.
That's true.
So in theory, you could have only control cards in Hunter.
5 turns from now, you've got him.
Yeah.
Right, nothing else changes. There's the Curio Collector.
All right. Whenever you draw a card, gain +1/+1. So this is pretty straightforward. We're gonna wing blast.
Yeah, it's good that he did not play the Arcane Intellect after the Curio. He must have drawn it off the Curio Collector. Here's Marshdrake.
Yep, it's a 5/4 for 3. Summon a 2/1 poisonous Drake.
Imbastyczny.
Okay, this seems like an excellent card to run in Rogue because you can hero power on turn 2, turn 3, throw out the Marshdrake and clear.
It's good when you have Candle Shot as well. It's good to unleash the hounds here,
wow,
right?
Yeah,
they're both pretty good. I might do play all your cards here, right?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the play because we get out this little guy. Oops.
Oh yeah.
We're going to do this, and then we're going to...
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, see, I have... This is my attempt to be a better human at Hearthstone, is I just let the card hover for just 1 or 2 seconds.
And then you realize it was a horrible mistake.
Ten smok na niektórych klasach nie jest taki zły w sumie.
50% of the time.
Oh, I was going to say you have lethal exert.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Remember, I have the finisher as my hero
Flame
power.
Strike's an odd cost card. That's...
Okay. And no ice blocks. No ice blocks. Okay.
Not bad. Okay, two more turns of hero powers.
Now, if he could play the Arcane Artificer, the 1-mana creature that gives you armor per spell cast.
That would keep him alive.
Well, we're just going to hope that he... Okay.
Uh-oh. He didn't play any card draw. That's good for us.
Gosh, 2 damage a turn. This is such... I can't wait to play this.
Yeah, it's fun.
If you're holding a dragon... Gain Rush. You know what?
Have you ever been holding a dragon?
Yeah, I know. There's no dragons in the deck.
Next time you build this deck, man, I recommend putting some dragons in it.
Yeah, I know. Maybe borrow dragons from a friend.
Okay, he's got to heal somehow or beat you this turn. With Wandering Monster, I feel like that's unlikely.
Double. One time. Oh my gosh, Reels. He's good. He's gonna let us take him out. Die. Yeah. Oh, tank it.
Got him. We did it.
No. Yes.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. All right.
We did it. We did it. Well done, Sean. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God, that's. I mean, you're real.
Ten smok do kapłana OP, przejmujesz Poisona i masz removali smoka. Tylko Potion of Madness chyba wyrotowywuje, nie?
Look at this hunter deck. I need to see what is.
Don't hit borrow decks.
Yeah. Well, see, it's from the play button where there's my collection. No, I see it. I'm merely explaining where the autopilot is coming from because I wasn't even aware that I hit that. So this is the hand. No, excuse me.
That's the deck we want to look at.
Hand Druid. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so
Gendelson,
Oh yeah. Hunting Mastiff is a really interesting control card.
Deathhaven Hunter to był ten tam 5-2 coś tam chyba?
The hunting, that's the one you just looked at, right? You're talking about the
yes, the Marsh Drake. Oh, yeah, it's a 3-cost Marsh Drake. Yeah, summon a 2/1 poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent. This is a really interesting card to me because I remember how.
Co to jest Carrion Drake? Aha, to jest ten z Poisonem.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people were just excited that it was a body plus a coin because there's so many like combos.
And this comes out one
specjalnego.
Yeah, and I mean like the 5/4 just getting.
Ten za 7 do smoków do Dragon combo Krista wydaje się dość mocny. No tylko smoki wyrotowywują.
Even like playing Jeweled Macaw or whatever.
Czy pokażę nowy dungeon run? No idea.
Right.
Drake Slayer.
And then there's the Vicious Scalehide, really cool control card.
No idea.
With the Dire Frenzy that you played.
Where's Dire Frenzy? Yeah, there it is. That's really nice. I'm really into this card.
And then Biobridge Skidder was the last card that we showed off here. 5 mana cost one.
Yeah.
It was effective there.
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice removal in Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wormguard. I'll just imagine him being procced. That felt nice.
All right, let's take a look at the mage deck that we saw there.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
There's a card we did not show on the stream.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think that for a lot of people it's difficult to envision what odd and even cost decks look like because there's so many cards that are rotating
out. It's easier now that it's on the
screen. Yeah, I mean, here it is. So certainly there's the early control cards. You don't have Frostbolts or Arcane Missiles.
Darkmire Moonkin, tego nie było.
Mana Worm is just always good, but this Black Cat is, I think, very, very strong. It felt intimidating, and then 2 of these. So
we revealed Cinderstorm and Curio Collector at 5 mana. There's Curio Collector.
Curio Collector, 5 mana. Whenever you draw a card, gain +1/+1. There's a surprising amount of card draw in this.
Yeah, and actually with the it's not odd cost, so it can't be in this deck. But the Book of Specters that lets you draw 3 cards and discard the spells that you draw. Pretty strong with the Curio Collector. Let's look at Darkmire Moonkin there. Up into that.
Yeah, this is, you know, the Moonkin in Druid led to some really interesting and unusual spikes in power. And the fact that this is a 2/8, that it's a much more durable spell damage card, and it's 7 mana, so it can be...
lepsze od tego pająka 6/4/4 na pewno.
Cinderstorm, the Arcaner missiles. And with spell damage, this is going to go from 5 to 7. Each individual won't get +1 damage. Although I understand that used to be the case, like before the game was released. And
there was way too powerful. There's some rude decks there.
Malagos Arcane Missiles.
Yep.
9. Okay, so because 3 + 5 is oftentimes 9.
Yeah, right. That's my understanding of how math works. Okay, all right. That's it for those decks. Let's jump back in here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's take a look at we're going to play against his... You're going to play Warrior. And Ryan's gonna play Hand Druid there. So
the working man.
You're gonna play. Don't kill for a match though.
Okay, no, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know what? It's so easy.
Yeah.
The interface it's
calls
play.
To
it's
you.
right there.
It's right there. You want to play, so you click.
You're
play.
like, let's play, and I'm like, I know just the button.
Freestar working man. What the fuck?
All right,
let's do it.
All right, choose.
Okay, so
to będzie Warrior na tych parzystych?
I think it was Real Bits deck, but it could have been Stephen Chang.
Yeah.
It says, I basically typed Rush into the collection manager and started clicking.
That's not dissimilar to how I make decks.
To będzie deck na Rushu.
The new Druid hero that you'll get here. There's Rabid Worgen there. That's a new card.
All right, so Rabid Worgen is a 3/3 with a Rush. And I assume that we're going to be doing something control-y-ish, because you said it was... Oh, wait, it's not an odd cost warrior.
No, this is not. I was wrong about the odd warrior. Although I highly recommend playing it. It's I think one of the deck recipes is an odd warrior. It's like a quest Odd
a
Warrior.
maximum armor warrior.
It is super fun to play. I've been playing it all weekend. It's really fun.
Okay, so
Czy grali już Hand Druidem? Nie, właśnie będą grali.
Exactly what this deck's going to be like. Is this a more control-y deck?
You know, it's, let me see here. You have a lot of opportunities for value trades, and raw card advantage comes in the form of Battle Rage, weapons, and Countess Ashmore. If you don't need to use the Warpath for removal, you can use one later with the Gunspire to go nuts.
So I'm going to keep this hand because...
Really, you got a lot of sweepers here. You're playing against Druid. I don't know if you need all... I mean, maybe you will. Maybe you will. They have some treants.
Yeah, well, the thing is that, like, I
mean, you're going to end up keeping it either way in 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
Wow, you really put the pressure on. Wow.
Oh, there's the Gunspire.
Oh, this is so awesome. You can't attack, but whenever it takes damage,
yeah, so with the Warpath there, it is significantly ridiculous.
Oh, Lunara.
So, I mean...
Oh, Lunara.
Oh, my gosh.
So annoying.
All right, first of all, let me just destroy this well. All right, that's good. I got a lot of aggression out there. Oh, well, there goes the tile. Well, you know. All right.
This is the Witchwood Apple.
Summon the tree ants. And, you know, this is one of these cards that, you know, there was the early Paladin reveals at the last set that each individually didn't seem to do that much, but when you start getting tons of the combos going, they go insane.
No, he's got a lot of effects that care about how many cards he's got in his hand, and that puts a lot of cards in his hand.
Now, I don't know if I should be looking for the value trades right now, or whether I should just be building the board and armoring up.
Yeah, so you only have one. I mean, like, here's the thing about Rush. It's kind of interesting because you could play it now, or you could play it once they have a minion on the table. It's basically the same, but you do need to get something on the board at some point. So, yeah Rapid Worgen is really interesting because you're familiar with Wolf Rider, I assume.
I've played against Hunter in 2015.
Brand new card here, Tingle for a Mystic.
Okay. Add a random 2-cost minion to each player's hand.
I really love this card.
A wild miscalculation.
Też do agro decku może nie jest taka zła.
It's really good right now because you can't do much about 3/4.
Really annihilate it. I mean, we can Worgen and trade, and then next turn play. Okay, real.
Shut up, Lunara.
Just stop it, Lunara. I'm trying to play a game. So, I mean, one option is to just coin this out.
Yeah, I might coin Blood Razor. That seems not crazy.
It seems okay.
And smack him. Yeah.
And I think part of the benefit of doing this is that I can play both the Shadow Ascendant with the Red Band Wasp next turn with it procced. Yeah.
Niezłe zagranie!
Lean into the microphone. Yes.
Uh-oh. Mountain Giant's good when you have a lot of cards in your hands.
Yep. All right.
But actually, you got the execute here, so you're okay, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm I mean, certainly I'm gonna pop the face and.
How about Red Band Wasp attack face execute?
Yeah, I think.
How's that feel?
Może być, możesz zagrać. To już tam stary.
We want to get this to be a 4/2. We want the Mountain Giant to never.
No, you're not going to get the rush off here, but you do have some pressure on for next turn.
Yeah, and I think that this is building up to, like, I can start to get a lot of momentum with these two cards being played on turn 5.
Yep.
And then depending on what happens, this could curve out.
Grali magiem, hunterem, szamanem
well, actually, I'm probably going to want to play this because this art is awesome.
Yeah. I mean look, the card just can stick around, right? Like, you just play it, and then every time you whirl, have a whirlwind effect from now on. It sets you up.
I love the art that just implies that there's no leader here. People just literally put a cannon out and fire.
Wow. Oh, that's actually fine. Right? You got a Warpath. You got Warpath here.
Yeah.
That was exciting moment, but it's less bad than I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the thing that's really cool is that, like, a lot of cards individually seem to have just, like, an effect. It's fine. I think I definitely just.
Za 4 many 7/7 nie jest złe.
I'm just showing. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
We can't have you be bad on the air. We can't allow that.
Patrzcie sobie tutaj, bo ona się zmieni na początku jego tury w Worgena. Nie, może to ciekawie wygląda. Tak tylko mówię.
I'm trying to gesture. I'm trying. I didn't mean
to widzicie? No
so badly. I never want to hurt you, man. So I mean, yeah, like the Wisp card.
Yeah.
Like Whispering Woods, you get a lot of 1/1s, or like Mountain Giant. It's like the whole theme of the deck is like this is very new. Mountain Giants and the
right.
Druid.
Yeah, it's a totally different style of play. It plays like a hand-filling deck very differently than other past hand decks like Warlock.
This is a little rough because I can certainly pop and then execute, and then I can just Worgen and blow this up.
Oh, interesting. You don't have to execute. You could just run the 3/3, but you're right. You get to keep the 2/2 on the board if you do it that way.
Yeah, I actually kind of like keeping the execute because I just don't know what else is in his deck.
If you play, oh, I see.
Play
but he's used both Mountain Giants, so.
Yeah, I've never seen a big hand druid before.
Do you just go face, make him do the trade? I guess that's.
I feel like probably I just get sad, pop this, and just keep the board presence.
Oh, sure.
I miss my Shadow Ascendant. She's very important to me, but you know, I kind of have a threatening board, and then I can run out the Countess, which at 6/6 is nothing to balk at.
You could have done it in a slightly different way, where you run the 3/3.
To za portret druida Lunara, nowy portret po wyjściu dodatku będzie.
No, maybe that's not right.
Doszczępny.
Then you have a 2/2 and a 6/3.
The Bewitched Guardian there.
Oh, this is
5 mana 4/9 taunt's pretty good.
This is the anti-priest card. All right, so now I miss my execute. Once upon a time, I owned an execute, but give plus. Oh.
That's actually it's a death rattle, but that's actually pretty good for your deck. You have a lot of rush minions. You can draw one count as Ashmore.
Yeah, I think.
No dawaj, Ashmore, no.
I think so.
No, Ashmore.
I think we get it out there.
Może jakąś kartę z lifestealem bym wam pokazał.
I
No.
almost certainly want to pop into
I think
this.
so, yeah.
There's just a lot of druid removal.
He's got a
So
lot of cards in his hands.
yeah.
Bo pokazali nową kartę z lifestealem.
Woodcutter's action into Woodcutter's action.
1-3 lifestealerzy, ja pierdolę.
Okay, and what else we draw? Vicious Scalehide. Oh,
So you have the Gilnean Royal Guard there in your hand. It's swapping now each turn. So next turn you'll be able to play it as a go to the left. It's 8 mana cost card there. So next turn you can play it as an 8 attack Divine Shield Rush minion.
Wow, and that's neutral.
And that actually may be the thing you want to do here to kill Splintergraft.
Oh my god.
So now he's a 10 mana 10/10, but which card it is?
He's a 10 mana 10/10. Oh wow, Town Crier. Look at this. Draw a rush.
Pretty good.
Town Crier. Oh, what a weeper. Okay, so let's see. How do we get through this?
I think that rush shielding is pretty good right now.
Ashmorką w Taunta I to 8-3.
His turn
8-8.
was 8/3, so it says each turn this is at your hand. I thought it swapped when it came to my turn, so I thought it was going to come back and be a 3/8.
It swaps at the end of your turn, so you know you can.
End of the turn. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Well, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to definitely
I like it a lot.
Traderoo here. That's very useful to know because I was planning around this completely the opposite. Because I thought that he was going to be 3/8, and I was like, well, we're going to have a rough turn. So this, oh my gosh, and he still has the 10/10 one. Okay,
oh man,
that's enough of 4/1s that gain health. All right.
That's good. You get the guns. You can set up the Gunspire now. They have a Warpath for turn 10. I don't know if you want to do it this turn.
I think. Well, I mean, if we play this out and then we just wood chop this.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I think that's the play.
Yeah.
I think that's a very reasonable play. So here we go. We go Woodcutter's Axe, and this is Death Rattle. So we haven't messed up anything yet. We're going to pop. We're sad that we're losing some health, but it's all right.
The Gunspire.
And again, I feel kind of obligated to hit this.
And the Gunspire could take care of that guy next turn, right? Like,
yeah, I mean the reason I feel obligated is that swipes.
You got Rabbit Worgen. You got a lot of opportunity. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, how bad you missed
that? Ale nie, ten Splinter gra z tym, no takie.
Okay, well, it's maybe next turn it'll be useful as a 6/2 rush.
So we can Warpath, and let's see. So we can deal up to 5 times.
Yeah, it's
going
to hit all the things 5 times, and then you're going to deal 15 damage with Gunspire.
But is there any way to be able to? I mean, like we could just try to Town Crier and draw in some answer for this.
You're gonna die, man. This is not good for you.
Na cholerę robić handruida, który prawdopodobnie zawojuje ladder, z którą nie wyratuje.
Yeah.
Boom. That's good. Ideally, it doesn't hit that 4/1 at all. Face. I mean, you could almost kill him here. He's just tough. Okay. Yeah. 2 more hits.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? I'm all in on this. I'm committing to this plan.
We're doing it.
I mean, he is at 8. So we'll definitely go
Slide
to.
kills you. That's too bad.
Yeah, no, I mean there's a lot that kills us right here.
He's got 10 cards. What are the chances one of those?
He might still be squelched, so we haven't heard an emo yet. Draw a card, gain 1 armor for each card in your hand.
Oh.
Okay, Druid, stop doing your warrior impersonation.
Oh wow.
What is this?
Darkfall. Duskfall
player's
Aviana.
turn, first card costs 0. Huh.
So the first thing you play here is going to cost 0 mana.
Okay, so this is the potential to do something really amazing.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's actually good. And actually, you got the. You know, it's funny is you probably don't want to attack with your weapon there, but you could replace your weapon to buff it to the 8-4 or 8-3 and kill that 10-7.
Yeah. So I think we definitely play the Swift Messenger.
I feel like you do, but maybe you need the lifesteal off the
that's
scale blade.
I think I need to play this hit, and then play the Scalebane
the problem
axe,
is you don't get the Dusk falling off the board, and I'm pretty sure next turn is not going to go well for you.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this for 0.
I mean, you already are just going to die.
And then I'm going to Town Crier it, just to be able to draw a Rush minion from the deck.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't see any good plays right now, because he's going to have a 0 mana spell.
Armoring up is not a bad play right now, so maybe let's save some mana for that.
Yeah, we'll have enough mana after the 1 cost. Okay.
Not the best.
Okay.
I think you got to play your Woodcutter's Axe. Don't, because otherwise you don't kill that guy, the 10-7. You gotta play
But
it.
I can play this and Woodcutter's to heal.
Okay, yeah, right. You can do that. Yep.
Now I know next turn is going to hurt very badly, and then
armor up. And
I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't laugh to me. Oh my God. Okay, the
pressure.
Christina is over here, like managing the stream and stuff. She buried her face in her hand. She's like, covering her mouth. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I have Rush minions. This is actually really nice to be able to at least have some answer to this. However, I'd like to stress that none of this is funny, and this is a hard moment for me. Okay. I know what Twitch chat looks like. I know there's people that's going, that was just bad.
Oh no! You lost like 7 different ways here.
But all right, here we go. Take that.
Got him.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we need to deal 18 damage, kill a 12/12, and oh, dude, look at this. We don't even have to spend mana, and we'll draw a card. Oh my God, the Town Crier. I think that's me right now. This is what I'm gonna look like. I think okay, I'm gonna Rabid Worgen.
I'm 100% sure it doesn't matter what you do here.
You know, you're like a father figure to me on the stream. I want to say that again. We're gonna draw a card.
Yeah. Oh, Darius Crawley's good in a normal circumstance.
Yeah, you know, you know what, man? He's done. Here we go. Bonk. All right, we're gonna run out this 1/3. He doesn't even know.
Yeah.
There we go. You know what? To the face with the axe.
face.
Yeah, got him. Got him. At least he knows I went down fighting. Like the games that we've lost today, he's just had huge boards, so many creatures.
He's definitely emoting at you right now. He's just like spending his turn, just like blah blah blah.
Okay. Let me unsquelch him. I forgot that I haven't squelched this whole time, man. He's gonna rewatch this VOD and he's gonna be like, oh man. I'm gonna see reels at lunch and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute you.
All right, we saw a couple of the cards there, Rabid Worgen and Tangle for Mystic, but I think we should. Do you want to check them out, or do you want to just go straight into the next game?
I just want to briefly look at this deck at some of the. Yeah, I don't want to lurk here too long. I mean, the Countess Ashmore, I feel like, has a lot of just potential in any deck, given how good the Curator was.
Yeah.
I mean, lifesteal minions. I mean, they haven't been super all-stars yet, but, you know, like Prince Valinar, honestly, was pretty effective in a lot of the control. Militia Commander is one of these cards that's just, like, incredibly powerful as a rush minion.
Yep, and, you know, Woodcutter's Axe helps, makes that even better.
Hench Clan Thug. After hero attacks his minion. Ooh! Oh, that's pretty nice.
The Hench Clan. What is the Hench Clan?
The Hench Clan?
I don't remember that.
I don't...
Hench Clan. Mysterious.
I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Who put this card here?
It wasn't us.
You know what, Ben? Let's just go into the next.
Okay, all right, let's
go to the next game. Let us not muse on the history of who and what is the Hench Clan. What is our final match.
We got an exciting one here.
Okay.
So,
Pumpkin Cry. Is that?
You know what I just realized? They've numbered the decks in the order that we were supposed to play them.
You know what?
I've just now realized that.
Now that we've hit the end, that was a smart organizational technique.
That's very helpful, actually.
Wow,
it's like all completely in order.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to look at the number when there's a name like Pumpkin Cry.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?